This week in Jamaica Now, the JLP challenge, uncertainty over the election of 3 of its deputy leaders, Baby Xyhir is back, and the last chapter in the story of Baby Xyhir. Hello, I'm Charlene Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Days after its annual conference, the Jamaica Labour Party, the JLP, is still grappling with the election of 3 of its deputy leaders. The drama started on Friday, November 16, when party member Everett Warmington filed an application in the Supreme Court. He was seeking an injunction to bar the election of Christopher Tufton, Audley Shaw and Desmond McKenzie to the post of deputy leader. Mr. Warmington had contended that under the party's constitution, the 3 were not properly nominated. But a day later, he withdrew the action after the party reassured him that the matter would be addressed. It appears the government is revising its deadline to ink a deal with the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. A December 31 timeline had been set, but as December draws near, the Minister of Finance, Dr. Peter Phillips, and the Minister with responsibility for information, Sandria Faulkner, appear to be tempering those expectations. And there also appears to be conflict between the National Environmental Planning Agency, NEPA, and the state-owned oil refinery, Petrojam. Petrojam has reported that the source of noxious fumes recently released into the atmosphere was a 5-gallon container that was punctured during cleanup activities. But NEPA's Chief Executive Officer, Peter Knight, says that explanation does not add up.
So what did they report to NEPA? That a 5-gallon thing was punctured. And when we asked them, what was in the 5-gallon tin? They can't tell us. Can you believe it? I am saying no 5-gallon thing of anything could have expanded over that swath of geographical area to create that impact that it did.
Last Wednesday's incident is the second time in less than 6 months that noxious fumes have been released from Petrojam. A family is now seeking answers following the death of a 16-year-old girl while in custody at the Horizon Remand Center. The Department of Correctional Services says Vanessa Wynn committed suicide, but her family is now asking why Vanessa was being held at a remand facility for adults. To a story now that has touched many lives, the death of Baby Xyhir ends. Xyhir, who'd been suffering from an eye disease, had also developed a brain tumor. Just over a week ago, his family reached out for help to pay for his surgical procedures. But on Monday, November 19th, Xyhir suffered a stroke, and the following day, he succumbed. Entertainer Baby Xyhir is back. The 30-year-old returned to Jamaica on Friday, November 16, after serving a 6-month sentence in the United States. He'd pleaded guilty in July to 1 count of failure to appear in the court. The artiste, whose real name is Glendale Gordon, was extradited in May for absconding bail. That arrest stems from a case dating back to 2002 in Minnesota, where he was wanted on drug charges. On Wednesday, Baby Xyhir told reporters that it was a difficult 6 months.
In our cell by myself, I can't see outside, I can't see nothing. Even when I go out of your cell, you can't see outside of the world. There is no window in the jail. You can't see nothing. You can't see the world. You're in your cell, the light them on bright like stadium light. You not have a switch to control it. The prison have a switch to control it. So the light on 24 hours, you have to sleep in a light. So you have to put your face down on the mattress. I don't know who lie down on that. You know, I say it's just so much. I just want to come out of that place.
And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly reviews of the big stories making the news. We're always happy to hear from you, so please continue to share your thoughts with us at onlinefeedback@glenagm.com. Tune in to Power 106 for regular updates and do follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner. I'm Charlene Stewart and this has been Jamaica Now. As we go, we wanted to leave you with more from Busy Signal and his incarceration in the U.S. jail.
We know you served your time for absconding bail, but what about the other charges? Have they gone away in a sense?
Yeah, other charges have been dismissed. You know, it was just, we went there to settle the absconding bail, and it was just absconding bail only. I did the time for that federal prison, federal facility. You know, the judge gave me 6 months. I did 6 months. I'm here back at my home. I just want to come back to my life. I just want to come back to my hometown, Jamaica. I just want to come back, come see the people them. I deal what I deal even better than what I do before all of this. Because my record, you know, come help me and deliver me out of this. You know, God. But at the end of the day, you know, my record and everything, them say God help those who help themselves. And I guess, you know, the way I tried, you know, knowing what I know from the 12th of January 2002 to now and beyond which part ever I take me, God has guided me through the whole time. And I just want to say, give thanks to the Most High God.